Pops had peace, Pops had plans, coffee in his favorite hand. Mike was hot, the house was still, then the grandkids came downhill. Old school rules, new school ways, gentle parenting every day. Toys on the floor, noise at the door. Pops ain't quieted anymore. Pops Chronicles.
Sunday, I'm out in the backyard. My wife and my one of my sons arrives back today. Hey there, niece's boyfriend, and just waiting for him. It has been an interesting week to say the least. They were in Texas, um, closing out the house for her sister, and they're on their way back. And I keep tracking them. Like we got this family app, Life 360, and I'm tracking like where you at, where you at, okay, where you at. Last night, you know, 9:30, my daughter gives my grandkids some cake. 9:30 at night, cake. It's like giving a rocket fuel, you know, and then telling the rocket, don't blast off, go to bed. So I came up to wash my dishes. She did a great job organizing everything upstairs. So I didn't want to dirty up any dishes that I saw downstairs. I brought them upstairs and washing them. And she brings out their plates where they had the cake. And I go, was that in here all day? She said, no, I just gave it to them because they wanted some. I didn't say nothing. But then my granddaughter has a little piece of cake left on there. I said, well, give me that. She goes, no, I want it. Figure she didn't eat the rest of it already. Hurry up. She takes her fork and she's playing with it. No, I'm doing the dishes. So I ain't got time to sit there while you play with your food. So I grabbed the fork. I said, and then she starts crying. Ah! I'm doing the dishes. And she just falls out. I didn't have my trusty companion around my neck. So I started looking. All I had was a scrub brush, which was not enough to beat her with. So I started looking around for like the steel wool or a broom or a mop or a dustpan. Nothing was in the arm's reach. No, sir. So she gets up and she runs back to the room, dry my hands, and I walk after her. I walk into the room and she's just like she didn't realize that I could follow her. And I go, are we going to have a problem? Do you need a spanking? And she goes, just as clear. She goes, no. Which tells you everything else she did was fake. I said, all right. I said, I need you to be quiet because it's time to go to bed. She just looked at me. I walked out. Everything was quiet. Finished putting up the dishes. Walked downstairs. Then I heard all hell break loose. I guess my daughter had walked into the room. By that time, I said what I had to say. I didn't run upstairs and find the belt. Nope. I was like, I'm going to sleep. Then at about 2:30 in the morning, I hear the dog barking. And you guys know we already been having problems with animal control because the dogs bark. Well, okay, the dogs are city dogs. Let me just say that. They're city dogs. They used to hear sirens and gunshots and helicopters, and it's okay. When they see deer, bear, raccoons, God forbid mountain lions, they start to bark. However, I guess the dogs out here are used to seeing that. So they don't trip. They're just like, oh, it's just a bear. Oh, it's just a lion. My dogs, they bark. Now, I bought all these different kind of bark collars, but I had not put it on them. So I'm like, I grabbed my phone and we got cameras all around. So I look at one of the cameras and I'm like, stop barking. And the dog's all like, the hell? So they stop for a minute. I'm trying to hurry up and get to sleep so I don't have to hear them bark anymore. Not a good plan. It didn't work anyway because about 45 seconds later, they start barking again. So I'm like, I'm gonna put the bark collar on them first. First, I checked to make sure there was no wild animals. Because last thing I want to go out there and be like, yeah, we couldn't find him, but we just found this digested bark collar in the fecal matter. That is not gonna be me. So I said, okay, I don't see anything on the cameras. Let me go out there and put this collar on him. I go out there, and the dog decides it's time to play. And he's not like, let's play. He's like, you can't put that collar on me. Like he knows what the collar is. So I'm chasing him now. My energy's up. My heart is pumping. I'm chasing him. Then he tries to chase up the stairs. He goes to the barbecue set and everything. And let me tell you something. If y'all saw what I mentioned before, it gets dark out here. I said dark. Like darker than 0 dark 30. It's dark. Like you can look up and you can say, oh, a star, and you can grab it. That kind of dark. So I chase him up at the barbecue set and I realize I don't have a gun. I don't have a flashlight. I don't have a whistle. I don't even have my belt. So if a bear, lion, raccoon, turkey, chipmunk comes and to attack me, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I don't know how to whistle. I said, And I see him, he done ran off in the darkness. I'm like, good night. Good night. And so I'm making my way back down to the front door, and here he come. Like, want to go again? I'm like, absolutely not. So I came in the house, and I grabbed a piece of paper before I lay down, and I put on my list, the dogs can get it too. This morning I went out there, and I wanted to remind him of last night, but the moment already passed, so you can't discipline once you have not disciplined in the moment. You can't go back and, this happened for 3 days ago. You can't do that. But I just looked at him and said, you run away again? Next time I'm going to follow you and you're going to get it. So I slept pretty good the rest of the night. Got up usually I get up around 5:36. I slept in late this morning. I got up at about 9:20. You know, why'd I get up? Because I heard the kids running the little scooter across the floor, across my hardwood floors. Every time I hear it, I'd be like, don't use the scooter in the house. But I have convinced them that bears only come out in the evening and toward the, late night, not in the daytime. So hopefully the kids should let the kids out today. She just screamed, no, oh geez, I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. But today is turned out a really nice sunny Sunday. I'm gonna go do some more work, and I hope you have a wonderful, blessed, phenomenal, productive, and happy Sunday. Because I sure as heck am going to have one. What's going on? You know, it ain't even my business. I'm outside. That's their kid politics. I'm not even bother. I don't even care. Not today. Not today. All right. You have a good one. I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah. Pops Chronicles.